Alright, Jay, you need to take your glasses off. I couldn't see a ting.
My eyes were like, wait a minute.
Oh, I don't like this.
Information was coming at us perfectly fine 5 seconds ago.
It's all gone, Jimmy. Hey guys, welcome to Nerds and Nuance. I'm Ian.
I'm Bokaj Eker.
Well, big one. And we're back for more Young Justice finally. So, last episode, Jaime told the truth about what he knows, the Scarab.
we, oh my god, I forgot we got Beef Beetle.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I completely forgot. Oh, how could I forget?
How could you forget?
Beef Beetle.
You fool. Jaime told the truth that he's going to become Beef Beetle.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah. He was at least twice the size of Black Beetle.
If anything, I think Jaime might have eaten Blue
Beetle.
Yeah.
It looked like he did.
Once the Scarab took control, he was like, I need more. What else happened? I mean, there was more that happened. Oh, we got they were told the leaks told about there being experimented, and I know that's all you wrote was just that. But there the kids were being experimented on, and we got Despero showing up, and they trapped the team who was there in this pyramid thing. Also,
pyramid schemes.
Oh boy,
they'll get you.
Also, freaking the Reach. They were making us look pretty bad last episode.
A little bit.
Pretty bad. Why does my hair look like crap?
Mine looks absolutely fabulous. Just
you
got
got
a new haircut.
So
look. Single females. I'm widening my horizons. 550-mile radius this time.
I don't know where we live, and I never will.
That means you live in Louisiana?
I'm through the first layer. Increased power by 40 watts.
We're hurting him!
I know. I'm sorry. But short-term pain equals long-term gain.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. 1 second, fellas. Your internet's acting super slow.
Alright. Now I'm going to theory craft while this loads.
Theory craft?
Alright. So Nightwing is actually going to execute Calder this episode. He's gonna be like, yeah, Calder's a double agent. Calder's going to kill somebody. Nightwing will then kill him. Nightwing will take over the light.
It's generating its own antibodies.
Uh-oh.
Keep working, I'll hold them off.
Jesus.
There were too many!
It's no good. We have to abort.
Shrink back down, you're too large for micro-extraction.
What happened in there?
There were complications.
You were warned, Jaime Reyes. This Scarab could not allow this tactic to succeed.
The question isn't whether our world's finest are the galaxy's most wanted. It's not whether they've been using undercover covert operatives against targets of their...
I can't even compete to his nasal cavity being closed that much.
Hoodlums have their own watchtower in orbit over our planet. How long are you going to stand for this and do nothing to check these lawless heroes? Oh. Well, I'll just wait here for you to make up your minds. Take your time. If you're not in a hurry, why should I be? Meanwhile, that's true.
Robin, you'll be running Alpha.
Me? Run Alpha? Right. Who's on the squad?
Blue Beetle.
Whoa. I should not be in the field, Issy. What if the Scarab goes all Reach Apocalypse on us?
Your Scarab has had multiple opportunities to betray us. It hasn't. And right now, its connection to the Reach may be our best shot at identifying what they're up to.
There, Jaime Reyes. Listen to the Nightwing. His logic is flawless.
Well, if Blue's going, I'm going.
I assumed as much. And last but not least, Arsenal. But you'll have to travel lighter for your first mission. Nothing that won't fit under civilian clothes.
The Reach plans to share their techniques with the entire agricultural community. Please, everyone, enjoy your choice of these new vitamin-rich, Reach-enhanced produce.
Genetically enhanced?
There's been no tinkering with genes, rest assured. The Reach have ways of drawing out an organism's full potential.
It's filled with mode.
No, that's a rutabaga.
That could be anything. It's just water.
What's in those tubes?
Just water, nutrients, and a little Reach/LexCorp love.
Yeah,
Our next
that's all.
stop is the Fluent Orchard.
Everyone wants Lex's love.
We grieve at your loss and offer substantial monetary compensation.
And normally I'd be fine with that. But this goes to the heart of my rep. Word gets out I took a payoff, I look like a cheap punk.
No one touches my son. Agreed. The death of Calderon is a non-starter.
Fine. If the minnow's under the size limit, I'll go fish for the whale. Deathstroke. I see you didn't waste any time hiring my replacement, old friend.
Fortune favors the prepared.
You don't say.
You're in the wrong mode.
Dude, I crash all modes.
Stealth mode, hermano.
Oh, right. Now, where exactly did Ow.
Nice.
Thanks.
To him, it just looks like a camera glitch.
Yeah.
'Cause everything's the same.
Smart Jacob, thank you.
The contents of that bin
They
are
put too much
non-terrestrial
Alexa's love
origin.
in there.
And regional. Oh no.
That's it. That's your additive. Where did he... Shh. Got what we came for. Let's go. Two guards,
man.
one door hack, and we're home free. What? Wait for it. You blew the lab? But this was a covert op. What were you thinking?
Then I'm not about to let Lex Luthor and his alien space buddies poison the world just because we don't know exactly what poison they're using. Plus, I enjoy making Lex miserable.
You could have waited to blow that until after we were gone. Okay.
You went off mission. That was
screw
a
that.
huge mistake.
Funny. I was about to say the same thing.
Oh. Oh. Oh, God. I like that. Slows down his eyes.
Well, he slows down.
I may not move as fast as you, meat, but my scarab process is faster than even you can run, let alone think.
Got through though.
Any more tricks, meat?
Just a few.
Nothing like a warm plasma bath to calm the nerves and clean off the tomato stains.
Your laser. It's the only thing that's done any damage.
Let's focus on making Calderon whole again.
Uh-oh.
I
Hey, look.
borrowed Simon from Queen
Uh-oh.
Bee for you and your boy. He'll sift Calderon's mind for every fractured memory, every buried thought. By the time Simon's work is complete, your son will be whole, and Simon will know more about Calderon than his own father.
Oh yeah? Oh no!
Listen,
I'm fine.
just let him be comatose for the meantime.
Aha!
Aha!
The government over there. Oh, he's closing down.
Get a quick recon.
At least a couple
Want the options? Cornfield or cornfield?
We'll double back. Maybe lose him.
That doesn't seem likely.
How many colors do these guys come in anyway?
Well, it's an actual helper.
Grabbing with his feet.
Yeah.
Oh. Also. See that?
Warrior, you dare attack me? You scarab rejects are coming out of the woodwork tonight.
Better to be a reject than a slave.
Density shifting, shape-shifting, all the powers of a Martian except...
Heroes of Earth, I established this link to better coordinate our attack.
Telepathy. That clinches it. This guy's the blue, Green Beetle of Mars.
There we go. Show him some wear and tear.
Couple of licks in there.
"27 angstroms. Now!"
Ah! Tickle!
Scarab says he won't be unconscious for long.
That is true.
Then what do we do now?
Now we run. From the Scarab, I learned of the Reach and their plan for the galaxy. Millennia ago, they sent out one Scarab to every planet sporting primitive life. The Scarab bonds with and takes full control over its native host, giving the Reach an advanced operative for their inevitable invasion.
But my Scarab malfunctioned and didn't take full control. That's why the Reach wants to reboot it, by killing me.
So, did your Scarab malfunction too?
No, but it was not prepared for the Martian physiology, which allowed me to take control of the Scarab instead of the other way around.
So, other than our new friend here, how'd the mission go?
Not quite as planned. Arsenal is a little rough around the edges. But I guess it all worked out. And we brought back a sample of the alien additive for analysis.
Can't ask for more. Good work.
The most profitable piece of the business was left entirely untouched and seemingly undiscovered. The first crops have been harvested and distilled. Shipments are already being distributed to needy nations and soon will be available worldwide. Amazing how one little bottle contains everything the body needs.
Or more accurately, everything the Reach needs it to need. Did the children procure a sample of the additive?
As anticipated, the team was quite effective. We really must form one of our own.
Hi, Virgil. No. So, go on. Proceed, Jacob.
So, what would happen if one of the Beetles wore the helmet? Would they just go absolutely insane
you have
with
to remember,
3 personalities in one
would
body?
still have to control, so he could choose whether to accept the host. So, he might not want to deal with somebody else trying to have control as well. Just like, I don't want this. I don't want this one. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. It's like he needs the Scarab anyway. So I was like, you're not really magic. And it's funny enough, magic is its weakness, so it probably wouldn't want it. It's like, you're not my type. Yeah, what do you think of the arrival of this new guy, this Green Beetle?
I think he's evil.
Oh.
I think he's fecking evil, and there is no way around that.
Why is that?
I think this is going to be one of those scenarios where he's trying to get... I think he's the catalyst that gets Blue Beetle to go crazy.
Okay.
That is my prevailing
Well, what brings you that, though? Like, why do you think that?
It's too good to be true.
Well, I mean...
If that thing wanted to be here beforehand, it would have just been here beforehand.
Well, to be fair, the fact that the Reach is there became public only recently, so, it's not like it had a whole lot of time before then and now to show up. And it showed up just in like time, so that's also something. That's also weird, but I mean, it was really cool though seeing them. It's like because I think you mentioned this before, which I thought was funny, but I didn't want to say anything. That what if a Martian had gotten the beetle or something like that? You said something of that regard, and I was like, well, just wait. Yeah, we saw that they still get their own abilities. You know, if someone with powers, I think that's what it was. I don't think it was a Martian specifically. I think you were saying someone with powers, and then you also mentioned a Martian. But
because I think I was referring to this was last episode or the episode before last. It was when McGann went through her traumatic experience and she was like mentally like out of it and then tried to phase through the wall, and then the guy like used the technology end to do that type of thing. But then I was thinking of like the beetle having control, just full control of phase shifting powers, mental powers, and all kinds of stuff.
Here's the thing: the only reason it only was able to make her the ship density shift because the ship was of Reach technology. So if she would have through any other wall, I wouldn't have.
I just mean in the sense of like,
gotcha.
If a Martian was under the influence of a beetle, the Martian would have the capabilities to mentally influence people on another level because of the fact that the beetle itself, obviously, it has its own agenda. Like, it has its own goal.
Yeah.
And it tries to influence Jaime, and if it was in full control, which I don't know.
It's weird, though, because, like, for one, if it... the Reach themselves even brought up that, you know, something is up with the Scarab, like, it's not at its full potential or something, or for some reason it's not... And that there are certain, like, the logs of it were kind of, like, seem to have been corrupted. It's like, we can't access its full memory. It's not like it could take in full control, as we saw that it took control without Jaime's consent, but it doesn't. Like, it maintains its kind of back seat, or it's kind of like on the passenger side for the majority of the point. Like, there are moments where like it'll like flux out, like whenever he was dealing with Ty's mom's boyfriend, and he was being a jerk, and he's like, hostility sensed, attack, and he would just like bring out the cannon. He's like, hold up here. But it hasn't taken full control except for that one time without him wanting it to, and then he handed over control before. So it's like there's something different about this Scarab, possibly. Like they're not sure why it was on Earth and why it was supposed to be like their advanced operative, like they sent it here beforehand to like scout or something. So what?
Another reason why I think the Green Beetle is evil.
Okay.
It kind of ties into what you're just now talking about.
Please?
Yeah. This, and it goes back to the idea that I was talking about before, like I think it was last episode, where I said that either Black Beetle is in full control of himself or he is completely out of control, but his personality seems straightforward. He's not talking to anything else. He's not doing anything like that. Like, he's very direct.
Right.
He might not be a super genius, but he's very straightforward and linear. Like, he's one person, one mind.
Yeah.
Green Beetle seems the same way. To that degree.
Well, they did bring that up because Roy was just like, so is yours good too, or whatever he had said, and but ours was just like, well, they didn't take into consideration my Martian abilities, the telepathic sense of that, like the way, because again, the beetle kind of takes over the mind or the body, and this with the Martian's telepathic abilities, theoretically they could possibly suppress that or even like completely just get rid of it, maybe, because I mean we saw for one, McGann kind of comatose Calder, and she's done it to other countless creatures. We don't know what it would do to something that's, while it's computer is like, it is still like it's it's almost an alive artificial that has a mind. I don't know, and it's working in your mind as well. Like it has control of certain elements of your body, but it can talk to you within your mind. So like maybe
it almost seems like some form of machine learning where the computer itself like has the ability to comprehend emotions and stuff like that, like an extremely advanced AI.
Possibly.
Which makes it even more dodgy that like either one of those.
Because, oh I'm a Martian. You know what Martian abilities are, so I'm going to tell you, hey, it's possible that I could control it.
We saw at the beginning of the episode, Jaime was trying to completely get rid of the scarab already, like trying to cut it from his body, trying to, uproot it by cutting the ones that like dig so deep into Adam and Bumblebee. They both went into his body to try to sever the connection, and it didn't seem too happy with that. It created its own antibodies in abundance. And
swarmed them.
And then also the antibodies healed up the severed head in the beginning. So it was like, well, there's nothing. We accomplished nothing, she said, basically. So, and then of course we cut to good old G. Gordon Godfrey talking up the Reach while just barely.
And we're not in a hurry.
Well, should I? That's what my favorite was. Like I knew it was coming up because it's one of my favorite. There's a lot of different spots of his that I like. Well, should I? But yeah. So he was talking up them, obviously talking and like digging the league down to the dirt even further. He's like putting it more on the news, like they have the tower in the space, above us, looking down on us, possible armed and crap. And here are the Reach, they're they came to us openly, and they're working with Lex and increasing food productivity and all this stuff. There's nothing but water and something else they said, and nothing Lex Corp and Reach love. And I'm like, okay, all right.
It's water and love.
And something else. They said
love
something
juice.
else. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Also, I was partially excited for this episode because it was going to be the first real introduction of Arsenal. So that was interesting.
I don't like the buzz cut.
You don't? Why not?
No, I don't like them.
You just don't like the style?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, well, fair enough. To each their own. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much to me either or. It was just like it was more so like a separation. Like this is definitely not the Roy we know. This is a very different person. Not just a moniker, but just a different.
Very different.
Almost not a little bit different, because Roy in the past you saw he was very 2D before too. Yeah. But this one's a little. I mean, he's younger at this point because this was before even we met. At this age, this is before we had the Roy we had met. Like he's still a couple years younger than him. So he's in that fresh teenage stage where he's like super angsty, but he's also got like the baggage of having been captured and stowed away for years, having lost a lot of his life, lost an arm. He's just had a whole lot to completely change him already. And it was I think it was partially apart from the arm and the different suit. That was kind of like with the hair and everything was just a separation from the Roy we know. But what do you think of the suit and just his style of fighting?
I like, because I was really worried about him being just a straight murderer.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems to be taking orders fine from the younger Robin, Tim Drake, right?
Tim Drake, yeah. For the most part, there was the whole.
Tim was like, "Hey, take down the thing," and he was like, "I got you."
That's not what he said. The job was to get in, take a sample, get out, or not even take a sample. It was to get in it was just to observe, and they happened to see that there was a sample. Like, okay, we'll take this back, analyze it. What? What the heck? Oh! Yeah, you just completely blew their cover. They could have been in and out without them realizing that they were even going to be there. No. Roy was just like, nah, man. Let my presence be known.
There's no stealth.
It was part, he had an element of, or a layer of just like, I'm not going to let them poison the people. But there was also that, I feel like that almost more prominent, like, plus, I need to get back at Lex. kind of a thing. It was more of a petty.
I really dislike that guy. So you know what? What's gotta happen's gotta happen.
I feel like he could have at least waited till they were outside, though. Not while they were in the building still. Roy
walked outside, blowing it up, and guess what? You would still do what you came to do.
And nobody would have seen that you were there.
And well, I think Lex would have somehow.
Oh, I think they only got the live from the point when he finally he fixed the channel or whatever it was, whatever he had done, the wiring, because it had stopped and then looped probably the footage where they weren't caught in camera. So I don't think it had recorded any of them while they were there up until he reset it. So unfortunately, we're kind of fecked them up on that one. And then the great thing that happened is with Black Beetle showing up out of just like, hey.
Oh.
Then it's like, let's not send guards. It'll be redundant. Let's just watch and enjoy the show. Hello, I'm here.
Oh, God.
Jesus, he is still scary.
He's at least 9 feet tall.
I mean, bro, no, please. It's like even Beetle didn't quite do it. I mean, granted, he was Jaime and he wasn't like letting the full potential of the Scarab go, but he's more on edge about that whole thing.
Yeah.
So I can understand why he's not letting it just like go all out on it.
Regardless if Green Beetle is bad or not, I think that he at least got them out of that situation.
True.
He got blasted, but he put him to work.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool though, seeing like all the things that Roy's arm can do. Like one, it has that laser that it just shot. I don't remember everything else that there was. I think there was like what was there else? What else was there? Or like bombs.
Yeah.
And he had like the traditional like his kind of arrows that shot the
the foam arrow and everything.
Yeah. So he still has that within it. So he's probably configured it in a. I don't know if it was already like had all that in there or if he like configured it differently.
Like changed it.
Yeah.
I think it would. I wouldn't be surprised if Lex did that. Like.
Yeah, because he did make it kind of for him in case, so it's possible. I wouldn't put it past Lex. But yeah, Green Beetle shows up, thankfully, because I don't think they would have come out of that one. At least not all of them. Maybe some of them would have escaped. Blue and Impulse could have possibly gotten away.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have wanted to leave the rest, but if push came to shove, they could have possibly got away. While the others would not have. He shows up really cool. He grabs the sword hand with his feet, and then
he catches and slashes like from the opposite end of his body. He grabbed his leg with his feet and then slashed down.
He grabbed his sword arm with his feet,
perpendicular.
Yeah, it was really cool. I like the fighting style and the fact that it's really cool having the powers of the Martian with the additive of the Scarab, because the Scarab itself is powerful, and then add a Martian ability just like telekinesis, and just phase through and transform and just wind around the guy. Fortunately, he still seems to be susceptible to fire. So that is a weakness there.
It looked like he was it gave me sheer reminders of Obito from Naruto, the way he could phase through in mid combat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You weebs know what I'm talking about.
Well, a small thing I thought was funny was just showing the Bat family's whole sneaky ability.
That just continues.
With anyone trained by Batman and just Batman in general, it was like, where'd he go? All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm at it. I was gonna ask, do you think they're on level with Master Assassins and stuff in terms of stealth?
I think a couple of them might be. I don't know about all of them yet. I mean, they probably will be eventually. At this age, I don't know about. I don't know about right now. Maybe Tim as well. I know Dick probably would be. One crazy thing that we kind of found out about Black Beetle, because going back to him real quick, is the fact that he can process things real fast. Unfortunately, he's like, I can't move as fast as you, but I can process things much faster.
It's pretty wicked, yo.
It's terrifying. He's like, because if he can
was
do that, that
means
him
just moving in slow
Yeah,
motion.
it was more so. I think it was predicting where he'd be.
He had the Flash logo on his eyes.
Oh, I don't know if that's what that was, but yeah, I think it was more supposed to be like a glint. But I mean, it just turned out to look like anyway.
Coincidence?
I think not. Oh, we haven't even talked about Simon.
Don't you?
Oh.
No. That got put into the recesses of my mind. I was not ready or prepared for that.
So, first off,
Vandal's like, yeah, bro, we got you, man.
What's funny is that I don't know if you caught it, but he's like, being a father myself, I know what you're feeling. So, I mean, it's understandable that Vandal, would have kids, considering he's how many years old? He'd probably have kids throughout the whole time he's been around.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Random camera thing. Or did it just reset?
Being a father myself, 5 billion times.
But it's just interesting, like,
I'm Adam.
Yeah, he's had kids. So I was like wondering, like, what his kids do, or what they've done throughout the years, like what he's had. Has he influenced them in any way, or
what if he is?
Just like what? I'm just curious, like what they're doing, and like if they have any kind of position with him. Like, are they part of this whole thing as well?
What if he is?
What if he is what?
The Adam of this universe.
Oh, he's not. I told you he's basically
the beginning.
He's not. Anyway, but yeah, so first before I go back, I'll go back to it in a second. But like we saw with Sportsmaster, he's like, "Hey, yo, you wronged me. We need compensation." Normally, I would accept payment, but my rep, bro, can't have it.
My pride.
I don't really care about my kid, but my pride.
Bro, she was worth 3 sandwiches. Like, I get it.
What a douchebag, man.
But it's just not cool that he did that in front of me. People saw that.
So yeah, Sportsmaster is effectively out of loop of the light.
Yeah.
And Deathstroke shows up to replace him, which was awesome. I like Deathstroke a lot.
And now
we got Slade.
Teen Titans are born.
Well, no. they're kind of already a thing. Anyway, so now Sportsmaster and Chester are like, well, we'll just do it ourselves without permission. And then, we see Simon. He's going to be sifting through Calder's memories to piece them together to bring him back. Know him better than even his father. Great! We're looking good, boys. We're looking good. Keeping it tight.
Ow!
Everything's falling apart.
This is the worst. The one guy that we've made comatose 3 times comes back at the worst time.
It's only been once.
He's had his mind fucked so many times he doesn't even know which way is at.
That's it for this week's episode of Young Justice.
That's it for this week, this season.
If you want to stick around for the next episode that goes up, Patreon is our thing, which is over here, or subscribe if you want to see it next week. Early is Patreon, It's been a while.